will show you what is there and how many rooms you have, what is there inside, how do you get here, and how do you book a stay for yourself. All of these details in this video. Make sure you watch it till the end because this is an iconic place and a very good experience, a different experience apart from the regular hotel stays and homestays that you get to experience in a new country or a new city. Staying in a ship like this with a rich history and heritage is going to make your holiday or your travels a lot more interesting and memorable. So let's see what is there in this iconic place and let's explore the rich history of Queen Elizabeth II Ship Hotel in Dubai.
And so our journey started from Arabian tea house to this ship hotel that I'm staying in, and this is the ship hotel. We have arrived at Queen Elizabeth II hotel in Dubai. The moment I entered into the reception area, this is so huge, I was awestruck. Firstly, I couldn't understand where I am exactly, and I mean, I was like, this is a real ship I'm going into, and the reception area itself is just so huge. There are so many books, and I was speechless. I am speechless, and I think every time I speak about this or think about this, this is going to be my reaction, or the first thought that comes into my mind is going to be like, oh my god, this is elegant and absolutely wonderful. So just enjoy these views, and then we head straight into the rooms which are just connecting from here. There's a small passage from the reception, and we'll go into the ship now. So this is, we are here, we are at the QE2, that is the Queen Elizabeth II hotel, and we're going straight inside the ship. And as you can see, the ship is huge. It was once a live ship. That means it used to go on live adventures. Right now it does not, of course. It's stationary, but it's elegant, right? It's a part of history, and being in it is just so wonderful. Let's get into the room. My room number is 3008, and this is the room key. They give 2 room keys here. I mean, depending on the number of people that are staying in, we were 2 people, so they gave 2 keys. So if one person goes out, the other can use other key for any uses, right? And then once we open the room, this is a sneak peek of how the room looks like. I am going to give you a detailed tour where I'm going to show you each corner, each part, each furniture, each item that is there here. But before that, we will go a little bit outside and explore, because it's going to be evening, and this warm welcome message, I couldn't stop, and I just showed it to you right now because I couldn't control it. But it's going to be night soon, and I want to explore the other parts before it gets dark. And while we were going out, we saw this beautiful Queen Mother portrait hanging in one of the floors, and on each floor, as you take the stairs, you will see the beautiful family portraits and pictures, and paintings basically everywhere, which is amazing. Now let's get outside, and this is the view. It is evening, the sun is setting, and so you can see the lights are coming on, and the ship looks beautiful. It's, I mean, no words, right?
So it's evening and we are just exploring the nearby areas, and I'll show you how it looks like at night. Yeah. The place.
The views from here were surreal. There isn't much to do here, in the sense that you don't have a lot of restaurants at a walking distance, or those things you cannot be doing. But what you can do is you can stay in here and explore the views and just look nearby, or of course there are dining areas inside which you can go to, but the options are quite limited. So I would recommend you staying, I think, 1 or 2 to 3 days, so maximum, if you're just planning to stay here. and then move to a different hotel in the middle of the city so that you get to explore by foot a lot of other areas. So there are a lot of rooms inside, different kinds of rooms depending on what you choose for and how many people are there. And there is a gym inside. There are dining restaurants inside where we are going to go for a buffet breakfast tomorrow. And I think this video will be a little too long if I include that too. So the breakfast and all of those details I'll put in tomorrow, but that is also with a good view of the sea, of course. So yeah, so that is amazing. And inside you can also have a look at all the history of the place, when did it start. And there's also a room which is the room of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II, which is open but restricted. Of course, you cannot go inside, but you can stand outside and look at inside, and her belongings and everything are there. So whenever she came in, she has to live there. I'm going to show you that also inside, and all the different pieces of history and the details and information which have been stored inside just in a little while. So here all the different details are given of the boat deck, upper deck, and all of the different decks that are there. And there are rooms on each deck where you have to go, and which side is that going to be on. So yeah, all of those details that you can see. And here is where we have to go, the deck number 3. So let's go inside now. Let's go inside. We came in from there to here. So when you enter in, these are sensor based doors, so they open once you are nearby, and there is a sitting area as soon as you enter. So there's a lot of ample sitting space actually everywhere. You can just sit and just soak in the views and the ambience if you don't want to go inside. And here there's a vintage car which is there right at the entrance, and this is a little bit of details about this luxurious car and all of the details around it. So yeah, this is quite a treat to the eyes. And once we had a look at this, we went straight inside. So here there is another door. This can be a little confusing if you're coming at first, so we had to actually take markers at, okay, this is here, so from here we take a left, okay, this is there, so from there we take a right, because otherwise you will get a little lost here. And then when you enter in, there is this room of Queen Elizabeth II. Her luggage and all of those things are kept in, and you can see that there's, you cannot go inside, of course, but those details and all of her things are there inside. That's just the first room when you enter, and here are all the details about the ship, when it started and where it went through, and all of the details, pictures and information. The finest ship in the world takes on the waves, 1960s one. See? Yeah. शायद से वही होगा.
1980s.
And after reading about the history, we headed to see the other parts, which is, of course, the room and the other areas which are there. And while we were going inside, we saw a little more of history. So I decided to, of course, show that to you. And this is Queen Elizabeth II and all the records that the ship had broken, the new captain they had, and all of the other details, 1992, and so on and so forth. This is just so fascinating. In the 2000s, a new chapter which was unveiled, and all of the details, 2007, 2008. You can see the key milestones that are being captured, and here is again a little bit of information on what is where is the restaurants, and there's a shopping arcade, there's a theater, there's a grand lounge, and there's so many things, right? And then how do you access those things? Some can only be accessed via a staircase and then a lift, some directly through lifts. So it gets a little confusing. That's what I told you, right? And this is where we are. So fifth deck is the ground one where we are, and then once you go up, it's like fifth, fourth, second, third, fourth, second, the way like that. So it's like in descending order, and then the final one still making history, even though now it's converted into a stationary hotel. It is still making history, and it will continue to do so. And this one beautiful picture and some antiques over here, some things preserved and just maintained, well maintained in time, and a little bit of details, which is, I think, important. If you're staying in a ship like that, you need to know all of these things, and it's good to get in this kind of information. Now let's go to the lift from here and head upstairs and show you what's there. Just look at the stairs first. So royal, all these carpeted floors and all the red carpet. Amazing, right?